Hello YouTube, Heartless Angel here, bringing you yet another Wi-Fi battle. Now, today, as you may see from my team preview, I am bringing you something a little different than what I usually bring. That is correct, folks, I am bringing you a UU battle. Now, my opponent Rico, I found on Facebook today, and he was more than happy to battle me once I told him that I would be posting the video to YouTube. So, he starts out with his Noivern, while I start out with Galvantula. Now, as you all know from one of my OU teams, Galvantula is my sticky web setter. Now, I was really debating for a while whether to thunder this Noivern or to just set up the sticky web, and I ultimately decided to go for the sticky web. He does outspeed me, however, and goes for the Hurricane, not even bringing me down to my sash, so I get my sticky web up, and he next turn killed me with the Boom Burst, which, you know what, is fine. He reveals that he's not specs, which I could have gathered from that damage as well. So I bring in my my Flygon, which is Choice Scarf. He predicts that, I think, and actually switches out into his Slowbro. Now, I went for the Dragon Claw. I don't run Outrage on any of the Dragon types I run. I find, honestly, that Outrage, while extremely powerful, is just too much of a risk with the Fairy types being so prominent in the metagame. So, my Dragon Claw does really nothing to the Slowbro, so I switch out and go into my Jirachi, who is my special wall. And yes, it does pack Thunder Wave and Iron Head. I know that is a really hated set, but I don't run it just for that. Trust me, I barely ever use that. I love it just because it's such a special wall. So, to get the Slowbro down, you know, I try to go for the Thunder Wave. He does predict, I think, or I don't know what he was going for, but he switches out and goes into his Ludicolo. Now, it is here I realize that this is actually a Rain team I'm facing. So, I know he has the Swift Swim, so that was actually a great switch-in for me. Because now, not only does he slowed down by the Sticky Web, but also the Paralysis. So, instead of going for the super obvious Iron Head or Zen Headbutt, I actually take the opportunity to set up some Stealth Rocks while he goes for the Rain Dance. Now, he will get the Swift Swim boost, but as I said, the Sticky Web plus the Paralysis, I don't think this Ludicolo is going to be doing much to me. So I go for the Zen Headbutt, hoping to get the flinch or the hacks while I, you know, I'm trying to figure out what to do. It doesn't work though, and he goes for the Scald. My Jirachi absorbs that up, I get the leftovers back and get my health up to a nice level. And you know, I go again for the Zen Headbutt because it's my best option. Iron Head, you know, is resisted, thanks to him being part water. He goes for the Energy Ball, and Jirachi just eats that up all day. And the fact that I do still outspeed him right now, even with the Swift Swim, just proves how little, just how slow I really made him right now. So I go for the Zen Headbutt, and I do take him out. Like that brings a really, not a huge threat to the team, but just something that could be really annoying, especially with the Swift Swim boost. Now, he brings in the Float Soul, another Swift Swim user. He does get the speed drop with the Sticky Web, though, but he does still outspeed me and actually goes for the Crunch, taking me down to quite a dangerous level. I do get the Thunder Wave off because, you know, with all these Swift Swims, you know, I need to get this, you know, his speed lowered so he doesn't get any sweeps. Now, knowing my Jirachi cannot survive another Crunch, I decide to switch out and go into my physical wall, which is Cofagrigus. Now, I know that may seem weird considering the fact that Cofagrigus is also weak to dark types, but like I said, it is my physical wall and can absorb hits a lot better than Jirachi. He does get a crit though, but even with the crit, you know, Cofagrigus survives with a great amount of health, and then the Mummy gets up, so now he's even slower than he was before. Now he doesn't even get this, at least I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure how that works. I could be getting ahead of myself, but no matter what, he switches out and actually goes into Drop the Base, which is his Exploud. Now, knowing that this thing is probably running Scrappy and Boom Burst, I decide to, well, first, actually, I went for the pain split before he switched out. I'm getting a little ahead of myself already. But knowing that he probably is running Scrappy with the Boom Burst, I decide to switch out and actually go back into my Jirachi. Thinking, you know, if I have to sack it, I have to sack it. If not, you know, at least I'll, you know, take it. But he actually does go for the Boom Burst, and I actually survive with 7 health. Like, that just goes to show how great of a special wall Jirachi really is. So I take the opportunity to again T-Wave him. You know, this is all a speed game, and the reason why is my main physical sweeper is Slurpuff, and Slurpuff isn't the fastest without the Unburden boost, so, you know, all the speed boosts or, you know, lowering my opponent's speed I can get, I will take. So, I go for the Iron Head, hoping to get to the flinch. You know, like I said, it's not the main ideal for this set. He does go for the Boom Burst, and it does take me out, which is, you know, completely fine. Jirachi has done its job. I don't need it anymore. And then I bring out Flygon again. As I said, it is Choice Scarf, so it is my revenge killer. He switches out, fearing probably the Earthquake, which is actually what I go into. He goes back into that Slowbro. Its health shows me that it is a regenerator set. So I do go for the Earthquake, you know, and it does a okay amount of damage. It's, you know, it won't be going back to full health after the regenerator, I think. I'm not sure. All I know is that Flygon needs to get out of here, so I switch out, and not wanting to switch into any of my physical Pokemon, fearing the Scald, I actually decided to go into Cofagrigus. And as I predicted, he does go for the Scald, and Cofagrigus actually does tank that quite well, and he doesn't get the burn. Even if he did, you know, that's fine. Cofagrigus is by no means a physical hitter. So I decide to go to get those leftovers off. I decide to go for the knockoff, but he withdraws and actually goes into his Exploud once again. Now, after the Stealth Rock damage, and my knockoff is actually going to be able to kill his Exploud. That's right, I got a kill with knockoff on Cofagrigus, and it actually revealed that instead of being Choice Specs like I expected, he was actually Choice Scarf. That was a very interesting play, and actually I don't know if I would have been able to outspeed him with my Flygon, but he brings in Noivern next, and you know, I'm just thinking here, this thing is going to go for Hurricane. That's fine, I stay in, Cofagrigus avoids the attack, and I get the knockoff, revealing that he is actually Focus Sashed, which at that point doesn't really matter. Now, having missed the Hurricane first, he actually goes for the safer move, the Dragon Pulse, which hits Cofagrigus. You know, concerning the fact that Cofagrigus is mostly a physical wall, it's tanking these special hits very well. I go for the Shadow Ball, and I bring it out down to a low amount of health. Now thinking, if he's going to keep going for Dragon Pulse, this will be the perfect point in time for me to switch into Slurpuff and set up for the sweep. You know, at this point, I'm crossing my fingers, praying he doesn't go for the Hurricane. He actually goes for the Roost, though, giving me still, you know, a free switch in. That's great. I can set up my belly drum. Like, this is a belly drum unburdened set with Citrus Berry. I love Slurpuff. This thing made me start wanting to actually use UU. So he switches out into his Nidoking, while I go for the belly drum. You know, so I get +4 attack. My health goes below, if for those of you who don't know how the belly drum set works on Slurpuff, use belly drum, the HP goes to half, the Citrus Berry activates, activating Unburden, which doubles Slurpuff's speed. So now I'm at +4 attack and a crazy amount of speed. I go for the return, taking his Nidoking out, and at this point, none of his Pokemon can stand up to my Slurpuff and its stab play roughs. So, while you watch my Slurpuff sweep, I just want to make an announcement. You know I haven't been posting recently. I've been, like I said before, extremely busy with work. You know, and, you know, life's just been getting me down a bit, but I'm back. I'm going to be posting as much as I can, different tiers, you know, guys. I really appreciate the few subscribers I do have so far sticking with me. Please share these videos wherever you can, like them, just get them around, guys. I really want this channel to succeed. I really want to, bring the best content I can to my audience. And I promise you, as soon as I get the money, I will stop recording with my iPhone, because that's essentially what I'm doing right now. I will get, better, equipment to, just do everything I need to do. So, I just want to say thanks, guys, and, I'm still trying to figure out my slogan, everyone has slogans, I'm still trying to figure out mine, so thank you so much, guys, have a good day, see you later.